Hello everybody, Flik here. It's time for yet another Let's Look At. Today we are taking a look at Ink, a game by Zach Bell Games, which may or may not be a one-person studio. I'm not actually sure. Actually, we could press credits and find out, couldn't we? I'll let them play a little bit while I talk a bit about the game. It's a platformer. It's akin to the likes of Super Meat Boy, except you paint the levels as you go. Ah yeah, well, it looks like Zach Bell did indeed do most of the work. Okay, well, I don't want to see the rest of them, but there was other people. Okay. I understand that there was other people. I now don't want to see the rest of the credits. I don't know how to stop them. Well, we can but hope that there wasn't that many people and that they're actually very, very short. Also, the music for the credits is actually very, very loud compared to the rest of the game. Emotional support. It's interesting. Still, could we go back to the main menu now? Is that it? That looks like it's it. I haven't played it on video yet, but you're welcome. Alright, let's try that again. So, Ink. Yeah, think of it like Super Meat Boy crossed with Splatoon, I guess. And if we go into an area, you'll see that I have played up to stage 44 of the 75 levels available in the game, and it took me half an hour to get there, so it's not a massively big game. It's more for, at least as far as repeat plays go, for speedrunners in my opinion. Ah yes, there's collectibles and stages to find though, and I've not really been doing a lot of that, because that doesn't really interest me. But still, we'll go back to the very start, I don't want to spoil too much, and we'll just start kind of ploughing through them, because the first few stages will tell you how to move. I'm using the 360 controller by the way, but this is us, we're the little cube here, and wherever we move, we paint. However, also, if we double jump, we fire paint out in all directions, and that also paints the scenery. So it's thanks to that we're able to learn the layout of the stage, and work towards our goal, which is this glowing cube here, and touching that will give us the next stage. However, eventually it starts introducing enemies, and all the enemies have to be killed before the stage door will open. There's boss fights, and then there's also there's also environmental obstacles like death pits, spike traps, you know, that kind of stuff, and it's steadily introduced as you go on. RE wall jump, like so. There we are. So I'll get through the first few stages very, very quickly as I want to show off the harder stuff. Let's see. Oh, near light. So where are we going? Here and then here. Simple enough. It's a very minimalistic game, but I love this aspect of you painting the levels. It's great. Alright, nice and quick. So on each stage, I think, in fact let's try and find it. There should be a collectible hidden somewhere in the form of that little kind of the heart thing that was above some of the stages where I have actually found it. Where would it be? What about over here? Nope, that's just death, okay. Up high? No. Maybe they don't get introduced yet. Oh, that kid is just killing me. I jumped too high for my own good. Okay, well, I don't think there was one on that stage. Where are we going? Oh, up this wall. Yep, alright, nice and easy. So it should start introducing enemies very, very soon. The music is very calming as well. So if you're put off by the fact I said I did 44 of the stages in just under half an hour actually, and there's only 75 in total. Ah yes, enemies. Well, the game is only £3.99, which is a below average price for an indie game in my opinion. You can also get a deluxe edition for £4.99, which includes the OST if you're into very mellow, calming background music. I'm checking over here because it feels like there should be something hidden over here. Nope. Okay. So for this exit to open, I had to kill those enemies. You just kill them by jumping on their heads, like so. Oops. Not by running into them, by jumping onto them. I messed that up slightly. I do find I slide a bit more than I expect, and I think that's just down to you're sliding on the paint, I think. So I don't always judge my jumps as accurately as I would feel comfortable in, say, like Super Meat Boy, where it's very, very tight controls, and that's what helps. But I do feel a little bit glidey. It might just be down to the 360 controller as well, I'm not sure, but a little bit glidey. By the way, when I'm flashing, that means I've used up my double jump, so I won't have it. Also, I have noticed though, sometimes when I come off of ledges, yeah, it's like if you do it right off the edge, I'm trying to make it happen again, you use up your double jump automatically. I am not sure if that's by design or if that's error, but sometimes it can screw you up. So this is the first stage that took me a few attempts because it's quite a long one. Lots of enemies to take care of as well. Oh, okay. Now we need to do the same on the other side. But doesn't this just look pretty? There we are. It's just you're painting a world as you kill stuff in it. Alright, don't screw us up. Did it first try. That took me about 4 attempts off camera. Okay, we know where there's platforms. I am determined to not do that. To try and find collectibles. Just to prove that they exist. Alright, there's none over there. Actually, I think this is the first stage where I found one and you just had to jump up really high here to get it. Whoops. Oh, see, my double jump got used up there. It's because I'm pressing jump right at the edge of a platform. That seems to be what causes it. Okay, we can go left. Can we go right at all? Doesn't look like it. So this is a vertical stage. Now, the layouts of each given stage are the same every time. So once you memorise where you need to go, you don't need to use your paint to guide you. And that will give speedrunners the edge they require to get good times. Although on that subject, I don't know if there's a way to like display an overall timer or whatnot. That kind of thing would very much appeal to the speedrunning community, in my opinion. You know, a setting that's like show your total time on the screen, show maybe how it compares to your last time. I know speedrunners generally have that kind of stuff separately for themselves, but built in would be nice if that's the audience you're going for as far as replay value goes. Oh, had to double jump there, otherwise that would have been a mistake. Oh no! Oh, that was very close. Right, don't freak out. Got one last enemy to deal with. Okay, there we are. I don't want to show off too many stages, so I think I'll probably show to the first boss and then that'll be it. Which might mean it's a bit of a short video, but this is very much what you see is what you get. It's a platformer where you discover the stage layout by spreading paint that you kind of spew out when you double jump or just as you walk. It gradually introduces more obstacles to avoid, spikes, etc., like I mentioned. And it's a budget price game. Lower than most of the indie games I cover, actually. I missed enemies down here, didn't I? Yes, I did. I am better at the leaping on enemies than when I started. It took me a little bit to get used to the little kind of glide you do when you jump. But now I am used to it, I'm finding that I'm dying a lot less just by accidentally walking into enemies. Okay, there we are. That was pretty smooth, actually. Okay, let's see. This is a vertical stage, but there's enemies on the bottom floor, I think. Yes. Okay, this way. There's another platform. Oh! And there's more enemies. I like that the enemies also spread the... Oh no! I didn't have the height required. I like that enemies also spread paint, so you know that when you're going to come to them, you can tell where their limits are because they've already splatted the platform that they're on. So to get the height I require, yeah, I need to bounce off the wall first. Okay. Oh, did not mean to do that. There we are. So, can I check what one I'm on? I can't. I think we're getting near the first boss. Oh right, yeah, there's no enemies this way. That was very nearly. Now, how do I get up to him? I go over here. I'm coming for you, and then we can leave. Not that way though, because there's a wall. You get into this is one of those games where you get into a flow state. It's very much the same as Super Meat Boy in that regard. You get in the zone and you don't want to stop, because if you stop, if you pause, you'll lose it. Oh, is that it? Oh, hey. I did that one super quick. This is another vertical one. Over here. Get the height required. Smaller platform blocks as well. Oh, there's a collectible I haven't had. Okay, oh. Alright, hang on. How do I get the height required and not fall to my death afterwards? Like that? Yes, okay, that was close. I still need to finish the stage or I don't count as having it. So, we want height here, and then don't screw this up, and then we can leave. Alright, so that was a collectible I hadn't had before, and this is the first boss. And I messed up my chance to hit him at the start. Very, very simple first boss. I'd be embarrassed if I die, so let's try and not do that. I think it's 4 hits to kill him. There we are. If you have epilepsy, you might want to look away for a second. So that was the first boss. And now we're into, I believe it introduces spikes at this point. Yeah, there we are, there's the spikes. I don't really want to show off any more than that because it's just a game that I want you to discover for yourself if you're into this kind of thing. I think I've definitely shown enough that you can tell whether or not this is something you're interested in. It's an acceptable price for how long the game will be based on, you know, I did just over half the stages. So you're looking at like maybe 2 hours max for one playthrough, and then speedrunning if you so choose after that. Although on that subject of speedrunning, let's go back to the main menu. Is there leaderboards? See, if there isn't leaderboards included, that's also a little bit disappointing because speedrunners want that competitive edge within the game to be able to compare instantly rather than having to go check. So if you're still looking for things to add, I would say an on-screen timer option. In fact, options in general, because I was looking for a way to lower the volume before starting and there wasn't one. So it's very minimalistic in a lot of ways. But at the end of the day, it's £3.99 as opposed to the usual, you know, £8 and up for indie titles on Steam anyway. So yeah, I think that'll do it for a little look at Ink. There will be a link to its Steam store page in the description box below. Check it out if you're interested. And leave a like on the video if you just want to show your support to me and or the developer, Zach Bell. Hope you enjoyed, and I shall see you next time. Ta-ta for now.